Where am I heading to? Where am I heading to? Yeah, well, then I have to go and collect a check. You know, once you're doing projects, then money have to always come in.
Yes, my lion. Young and uprising. Come me say, take it to the world, take it to the world. Take the gospel to the world. Young and uprising. Come me say, take it to the world, take it to the world. Take the gospel to the world. Yes, my lion. Young and uprising.
I'm actually having some breakfast this morning. What am I having? Just roast plantain, which I'm almost done with, and some seasoned vegetables. I've been eating a lot of junk lately, you know. And I've been growing a belly. I'm going to go back to the regular programming. I'm trying to finish up a little project there. As soon as I finish up that project, or if I finish it up in time, I'm going to go downtown, go down by E.H. Charles and see if I can get some material to work on that project up there. My next step is to work on the step. Yeah, and to see if I can at least cut some of the materials for the step, which are moving a little slow. COVID situation just slow down the progress. But very like it come back up in steam and speed. Yeah. That wasn't too bad. I was just about to go and wash my little dishes there for me to quickly finish up that project and then take a bath. No water. Well, there's still a little bit coming in. First you do ask school. I can't remember getting any notification. Not a bit bowl. I rock the dog. The doors could notify us that they were going to take our water this morning. At the rock. The doors could notify the public. I wonder if it's not a pipe that burst down the road, boy. If water do come back, I might never reach down to it, yeah. So what can I say, man? What can I say? Such is life, man. Such is life. You can't beat up yourself over things you can't control. Check. I don't brush my teeth yet, my boy. Let me see if I can finish up that project there, boy. What's the time now, man? What's the time here, boy? 2 minutes to 9. Interesting. A lady just asked me to sell her Emo's cage so that she can convert it to a doghouse. Some guy's looking on the house up there. And look, it's my little truck. And this is Rocky. Hey, what's up guys? What's going on? Expect a little bit more vlogs from me this year because I want to really push this year because I feel like as if I lost the ability to be somewhat progressive. I feel like as if I lost the ability to accomplish an exorbitant amount during the past 2 years. Since March of 2020, my progress seemed to be I've taken a pause. It's like it would pause for a long. It's like it would pause for a long time, then start for a short time, and then pause for another long time. 2021 wasn't too bad, you know. I made a little bit more money than I did in 2020. See those fellas building the house in my background. 2022 had a lot more lockdowns holding us down. And all those lockdowns brought me very little progress. But for 2021 now, I want to believe for a whole chunk of the time I might have just been being lazy. Because I feel like I could have accomplished much more. Yeah. But I have an excuse though for one, which I think that I want to solve real soon. And that is my little truck. This ride I have not driven for about 7 months. Now that had definitely slowed down my momentum, especially when it comes to my building project. I want to change them, man. I guess if I really want to fall. Seeing this spot dark and so on. I keep telling myself that when I put back up the truck, that I will hustle on my project, because then I'll be able to carry all my materials with it like I've been doing in the past. But now what happened is finding parts for the vehicle became an issue, because nowhere on the island have the parts. I wonder if those fruits there can be eaten. Trying to order the parts now is where things get interesting. When it comes to ordering the parts now, I need the sashi number. You understand? But now searching all over the vehicle for the sashi number, and I cannot find the sashi number. You see, it just so happened that when I bring the vehicle to spray, when I was setting up that vehicle, you understand? Those guys, they went and they spray over the sashi number. And it never occurred to me that I could just take a knife and scrape out the area where those guys spray to get to search for the sashi number. Instead, I went on looking for someone who could order the parts without the need of the sashi number. Strange. Unfortunately, that person could not be found. People didn't want to risk ordering the parts and then they end up ordering the wrong parts, or then the parts that I order cannot fit on the vehicle because it's slightly different from my vehicle, from the model of my vehicle, and myself didn't really want to risk spending money ordering parts and then I order the wrong parts, or the parts I order can fit on the vehicle. So then that was a little troublesome for me. So what happened now in the progress of all of that? One of those guys now I was trying to get to order the parts for me is telling me that the sashi number is normally written on the history of the vehicle. And I check in, really? You mean to tell me I going through all that trouble not having the sashi number trying to order the vehicle when I can simply just go and get the sashi number from the history of the vehicle? Really? Of which I had a copy of the history in my backpack at the time that the guy is telling that to me. I have a copy of the history right in my bag. So I quickly go in my bag, take a copy of the history and take a few pictures of it and send it for the guy. And now I excited because I check in, finally some action can actually take place, some ordering can actually take place. Yeah, this fella's making noise. What can I say about that? Only to find out a few days later from the guy that the sashi number is not registering on any websites. This vehicle need a wash. I say okay, but I still didn't accept it now. I say so what I did now, I take that sashi number and I send it for a few other guys I know that order in parts. And you know what happened? The same sad news, everyone came back with the same information that the sashi number is not registering on any websites. Hey, the rock. Rockin' diggy. Troublesome dog. No, that was discouraging. And for a little while I check in dap with that. To the point where by the morning I end up putting aside for those parts. I end up spending a good chunk of that for some little emergency or something that came up, which I cannot fully remember what was the reason for. A few months later I check in that with that, I'm going to have to risk it all, just buy similar parts, similar parts without the sashi number, you know, and see if it worked for me. You know, I just so happened that I met this guy who orders parts for vehicles. Me almost 7 years ago. Yeah. It doesn't matter where you go in life, what you do, or how much you have. It's who you have beside you. This is what my wife had beside her. So I was giving the guy this story about the sashi number. And he simply said to me, you ever thought about scratching out the paint on the plate so that you can retrieve the sashi number? We love our bread, we love our butter, but most of all, we love each other. And I was like, really? I never thought about that, no boy. But the next thing is that maybe why I did not bother to go there is that it never really occurred to me that the sashi number on the history was wrong. Days later, I used that same knife that I was just cutting my bread, and I went out and I just make a little scratch at that, and believe me, it didn't even take 5 to 10 seconds and the paint just slide off from the plate and the sashi number was clear as day and visible for me to see. That's how easy it was, and better believe me, the sashi number on the history was dead wrong. I don't know where Inland Revenue get that sashi number to put on the history now, but believe me, that number on the history was far from it. Long story short, I got the guy to order the parts for me. You know, it came up to close to $1,400. You know, well, and I check in, I don't want to go on none of my accounts and get that money. That money have to come in from somewhere. You know, it didn't take 20 minutes and I got 3 calls back to back, 3 different projects, and it didn't take me 3 days to generate that money and more. I don't know, yeah, but whenever I have a major expense, it always so happens that private projects always come directly at the right time for me to pay off that expense, and I never really, most times, don't have to go on my account. Yeah, and that's exactly how I actually fixed that entire vehicle in the first place, you know. Yeah, imagine I spent about over $12,000 fixing that little truck. And I never had to go on my account for a dime. Projects just came in one after the other to get it done. It's been up to 2 weeks now since I ordered the parts. I'm not sure how long it will take, but I'm sure that they'll be there soon. I think the guy told me to take up to about 2 to 3 weeks. It is what it is. Right now I'm just waiting. And as soon as I put that vehicle on the road, the thing is, I have my projects to work on, up on my little building project. I want to finish and to put up some more plywood and to build the step. But I also thinking of the parts that coming down, because I know when the parts come down, I might end up spending this amount of money I spend to buy it. I might end up spending this amount of money to retrieve it from the port. That's what we're going through here in Dominica. See my little lemongrass tree outside there. I can pick some lemongrass for somebody before I head down to town. Yeah, I just went and take a wet there, and the show was like,
Hey, what about I freeze you up and you get hyper for me, yeah?
I'll never see, all you ever need, right? And when all you do observe that need is then all of a sudden all it's time to see different things and to unfold in your life, heading towards fulfilling that need. It's like as if all you just attracting different things to fulfill that need. I've never experienced that. I don't know, I've been experiencing that quite often. It's like all of a sudden when I observe that I have a need, all of a sudden then boom, certain things just fall into play for me to be able to deal with that need. I don't know if it's me. Let me know if it's just me or if that has happened to other people. Or if it's just me, my needs are just always met. Alright guys, let me know if all you want me to do another ooze drop in on our boss, on our conversation on our boss again. I heading to the bus stop to get a ride to town. Let me know in the comment section below, alright? Yeah. Where am I heading to? Where am I heading to? Yeah, well, I have to go and get some. I'm gonna price a few things in town. Then doesn't want that bus driver. Then I have to go and collect a check. You know, once you're doing projects, then money have to always come in. I just always happy when the money coming from MoBanking or something. When I have to go and collect a check, is a tie up. I much rather, or if it come to cash, I like check because then I have to go in the bank. So that means after I collect the check, I have to go in the bank. So that's two places I must go. And then I don't know if I might go and check my. Okay, I did not get any conversation on that bus. I have to take it easy. I think I driving on bus a little too often. Yeah. Time for me to organize that ride and put that on the road. So ease up on the bus. Lemongrass I say I was going to pick. Yeah, I pick a portion, I put in that plastic. As the next place I have to go and drop that too for a former co-worker of mine. Some lemongrass vibes. Okay, where am I going? Where am I going? Yes, Independence Street. So, where's Independence Street again now? Yeah, Republic Bank. Let's see how long I stay inside this place, man. In spite of having at least 4 people ahead of me, that's the shortest time I've ever spent in a bank. 7 minutes. I was record breaking. I was really excited about that because I went in like 1 minute past 1 and now it's 8 minutes past 1 and I'm already walking away. Hey Lily. Yeah, I come and bother my wife, bring some snacks for her. I forget to record what I was eating, man. Or you should have seen it. It was ital. And look, we have a nice ital accra there. Yeah, I come out by Starline Ital Kitchen in River Street. And now I'm heading at my home. I think that's it for me in town. Next time all you'll see me is jumping on my bed. I'm drinking a green juice there. Also bought it by Starline Ital Kitchen in River Street. Taste that again, boy. Say it have parsley, celery, some other greens, ginger. I taste a lot of the ginger in it. It's burning my throat. Yeah. Hey, The Rock. You miss me. Hey, Rocky. Sweet home, man. Oh boy, what else I have to do? Did I do everything that I had to do in town, man? Okay. I went in this place. I went to the office. I went to the bank. Cashed the check. Got the check. Cashed the check. What again? What again? What again I had to do in town? Yep. Pretty much that's about it. Now it's to take a little 5 there and say good night to you guys in the middle of the day. Good night, guys. Oh shit! I wanted to go by H. Charles.